Hello, everyone. Welcome back to SFP Now. And today we're going to have a discussion video talking about the new Amazon series Spider-Noir. So, what do you think about how you want to start this off, Ian? What do you? I have only seen the pilot so far, not because it's not good, because it was very good, but just time wise, I have only seen the pilot. How about you?
I've seen it all, and I really enjoyed it. Really interesting take, kind of like superhero, but it's not. It's technically not really a superhero as such, not in the traditional sense, not colourful and all that. Just sort of like very sort of like the the main character, Ben Riley.
Hmm.
He's played by Nicolas Cage.
Mhm.
He's basically working a case, and this guy with powers gets killed, and this other character called Flint, who is basically the Sandman, kind of gets implicated, and it leads to a nightclub singer called Cat Hardy, Ben Riley, to investigate the disappearance of Flint, because he's disappeared after being implicated in the death of this this other superhero who, well, not superhero, but super. He's got superpowers.
Yeah, fire
In a
powers,
way,
right?
fire powers,
Is
and
that got a corresponding character in Marvel? I didn't even look him up.
I don't know. I mean, it's a weird one because it's from Marvel Universe, such thing, and it's all like also the Ben Riley character, the Spider, is a character that appears in the Sony Into the Universe, film,
Yeah, and that
where Nicolas
character
Cage voices him in that.
and that character is in the comic books. I think it's just called Spider-Man Noir or something, or it's just Spider-Man. But yeah, that
Yeah,
universe is an alternate universe in the Marvel universe. A little different
yeah.
in this.
In the comic books, it's actually an alternate universe version of Peter Parker. So
Yes.
for Spider-Noir, I don't think they've got the rights to all the villains, so they've kind of had to repurpose things and whatnot. So I don't really know, because I've not really read many of the Spider-Man Noir comics other than the most recent series that they ran earlier this year, which was pretty good. The world building in it, I think has been really good. I kind of like the way you got this Sam Spade character who through circumstances that are actually explained later in the film. It happened in the First World War.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of scientists doing what they did in the First World War, experimenting on American GIs and turning them into mutations and whatnot. It's kind of that sort of thing, and it's just really interesting the way it all pans out and the way the story gradually slowly unfolds over time. And it's kind of like watching Casablanca with a Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, that's noir. So actually, that character is, I guess, who's called Jimmy Addison. He is a new character, but a lot of people think his fire-based powers are a nod to Molten Man, who's a classic villain.
Probably,
So I was kind of wondering. I
probably.
didn't think about
But
that until we started talking. I was like, was he even? Which character would that be?
but the main soups we meet in this is a guy called Tombstone, who nothing can sort of like seem to penetrate him, and he's like really strong, knocking down doors. And there's another character called Megawatt, I think, is the villain name. I'm trying to figure out the name of the. I can't remember the name of the actual character in the series, but he basically has powers in which he can channel electricity.
Which is very
And
electro or shocker, right?
yeah,
Or maybe
yeah,
electrical.
it's very based on an electro thing, but he's called Megawatt. And we got the leader, Silvermane, who's a really interesting Irish, Irish American sort of like gangster villain sort of thing. And of course, you have Sandman. And the general gist of it is Silvermane's looking to build an army of of superpowered people to help him run his racketeering racket sort of thing. But the story with where it gets a bit complicated is Kat Hardy, the lounge singer. She's really in love with Flint, the Sandman, and so you got various little conflicts of interest playing out throughout the whole thing, which really expose the dark side of human nature in general.
Yeah, Cat
So
Hardy.
it's like a proper noir sort of setting, and and setup, and the characters are just really good. I mean, I really like the character of Dr. Faber, who's introduced sort of like later on. I don't really want to say too much because it'll spoil it for you.
Hmm.
But there's a very interesting twist there, involving her and her son,
Hmm.
and there's also a very interesting twist with Ben Riley, and how he got his superpowers versus how the other guys got their superpowers and whatnot. But I think it was very well written, very well put together. I really enjoyed it. I'm hoping it gets a second series, but I think it's probably going to be a bit touch and go. But one thing I have seen online is I've seen people um, saying that they think Nicolas Cage was miscast in the role.
Ageism.
Yeah,
I think he's pretty good for the role. I mean, he is older, Spider Noir, but it brings something to it. That's kind of a noir thing too. The older detective is seeing everything and kind of just like he's kind of struggling financially. I think it fits
yeah,
for the
it's
genre.
got a tragic past. Girlfriend died or whatever 5 years prior, or broken marriage. Is
Yeah,
in a broken marriage or something, or his wife was murdered, which whatever.
yeah.
There's always that sort of like set up to it, but I enjoyed it. I thought Cage was pretty good, to be honest.
Mhm.
I didn't really, because this is a separate universe from what's in the comics for a start. So I can't really picture anyone else playing that role, and I think it'd have to have been an older guy,
Well,
whoever it was.
the way it's written, it'd have to be an older guy to work, and then if you had a younger guy be him, or he was Peter Parker, then everybody would compare him to Toby on in the movies and stuff, and I don't know. It makes sense to do it this way, I think. And from what I've seen so far of the pilot, it works really well. So,
But the interesting thing is, Ben Reilly in the comics universe is actually a clone of Peter Parker.
mhm.
You know, so there's still sort of like that connective tissue there a little bit, but this is a different Ben Reilly for sure
Yeah, yeah,
than
it's
that.
very Marvel. It makes sense, and it's a lot better. Well, I should say. Well, I feels like it's better received than like Madame Web and some of the other Sony movies have come out that spun off of Spider-Man. So
Yeah,
Morbius and
I hate to say it, I thought Madam Web was boring.
well, I actually haven't seen Madame Web yet, which you can tell I'm a big Marvel fan. So for me to kind of I was kind of burned by Morbius, and I'm kind of like taking my time to actually watch it. So
I think you'd be kind of burned by Madam Web as well, unfortunately.
I'm
But
afraid of.
you know, you haven't seen all the Marvel stuff. I mean, that doesn't surprise me because there's so bloody much of it.
Well, the Sony Marvels, the MCU, I've seen all of it. So, but the Sony Marvel stuff has been hit and miss because I've been burned a little bit. So I have seen the Venom movies,
Mm.
and I've seen Morbius and stuff, but yeah, I haven't seen Craven either. Now that I think about it, have you seen Craven? Is it any good?
I've not seen it.
Okay.
It's been on my list, and it's been one of those. I've been, should I or shouldn't I or should I, and it's like one of those.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I understand.
I want to watch it, but then I don't want to watch it. It's weird.
I'm very, very curious, but I think I might not like it very much. And there are a lot of other good stuff out there. So, yeah. But the Spider-Verse animation by Sony is great. And there's some good stuff out there. I've just been burned a little bit by some of their spin-offs. But this Spider-Noir, I've greatly enjoyed so far. I love the idea that they have black and white and color versions. I think that was really clever
Yeah,
and a good thing to do. Reminds me also of Werewolf by Night when they released that. They have a black and white and color.
that was great.
It was amazing. So I hope they maybe do more Spider Noir, and I think if they do their shows like this, I'd be willing to see some more Sony stuff. Who knows? Maybe a Morbius TV series would be better. I don't know. I don't know. It's a big stretch.
Maybe.
But who knows?
Maybe with a different actor this time, a different lead.
Why all the Leto hate? I don't get it. So, anything else you want to say about Spider Noir?
I'd say I'd recommend that if you're looking for something a little bit different, it's worth looking at, sort of thing. But if you're looking for Marvel, just stick to the Marvel stuff. Because it's crazy. Because since I wrote my review of the series on the website, my friend Dominic has been asking, "Oh, is such and such person going to be in it? Oh, wouldn't it be good if that person was in it? Wouldn't it be good if this person was in it?" And I keep saying, Dominic, I don't think they've got the rights to use these people. It's a different universe. So it's one of them, but
Yeah, they can only
it's
use
a really
Spider-Man.
interesting thing.
They can only use just Spider-Man stuff. Yeah, so that's where they're limited, unless they do some special crossover deal like they do with the Spider-Man movies, right? So, which is unfortunate. I just wish, I kind of wish Sony could just sell it to Marvel, just so they would all have it all, in the same umbrella. But oh well.
Never mind.
Never mind. But Spider Noir, he's pretty good. If they're gonna do stuff like that, then it's at least they're doing something good with the IP.
Yeah, it's worth a look. It's I'm tempted to watch it again at some point, because obviously I watched it the first time in color,
Mhm.
so I can watch it again in black and white.
Yeah, it's a great built-in way to make sure people watch it twice, or increase the chances. But yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it captures the noir feel really well. I think that what I've seen so far, the action and the special effects look really good, and it does have a good storyline. Really interesting character. Even his receptionist is really fun character.
She's great.
Yeah.
I loved his receptionist. I thought she was brilliant, and her son's in it as well. She's got a young boy, the guy that was selling newspapers on the street.
Oh, that's her
I think
son.
that's her son. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. So, well, we'll see if we get more. Hopefully, maybe we will.
Yeah. And on that note, I think we've come to a natural end.
Yep. So we're gonna swing out of here with our spider webs, and please don't forget to leave a subscribe or like if you like this content, and let us know what you think in the comments. Right. So,
And thanks for watching.
all right. Till next time, we're back on SFP now.